Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan. It is not uncommon this time of year to hear people predicting a bad wildfire season later this summer, but local firefighters themselves say this year could be different.
In fact, when comparing conditions to 2014 or 2015, when the town of Pateros burned and hundreds of homes were destroyed, they're still saying this year could be even worse. I had a chance to talk to some of the most experienced firefighters in our region. Here's what they told me today.
This year, some aspects of it around the state are the driest on record. What does that mean? Well, if it stays that way, it means we could have fire conditions like we've never seen before.
So we're out here today. Looks like a lot of green, right? It's spring. It's kind of the wildflowers and whatnot, but you're seeing something different.
Absolutely. Even though things look green, we already know that they're not. And because of the drought, they're stressed.
Trees like this that you were showing me, how do you know they're stressed?
Well, one way you can do it is just by breaking them. And it should be obvious, right, that the dry stuff snaps really easy. You know, if it were green, wet at all, it would be rubbery, but everything, doesn't matter what size, just snaps. But what's disturbing a little bit is when we even look at the green branches, they're doing the same thing. So that's telling you now, normally what we would expect is these to be real rubbery, but when we bend them, they just break, just like I did there. They snap like the dry. So that's telling me that these are stressed and they're very, very dry.
So even just looking at it, when it looks like it's green and healthy, is not a good indicator.
It's not a good indicator.
Really, we only have a few more weeks left of our normal rainy season. And once we move into July, it's really setting us up to start this fire season under extreme conditions.
In 2015, we were seeing those extended attack or type 3 fires almost every week. So when I think of that, and I think of 2015, I see a fire season that's going to define us in 2021 worse than 2015 ever was.
One of the challenges will be is if everybody has fires, then as you know, as we get into the summer months, do we have enough firefighters?
That's certainly a concern. When we look back to the 2020 fire season, which was a very late season, we had a lot of fires on the landscape, and it was hard getting resources because all of the other regions in the West were having the same problems.
What is the sentiment among fellow firefighters? Is everyone worried?
They are worried, and they should be. You know, this is definitely a heads-up year. There's a lot of safety concerns that firefighters need to be aware of. Fires that we would normally see this time of year that we would easily be able to put under control are going to be more difficult to contain.
When you have these conditions, the potential for very large fires is real.
It's here, it's real, and unless we get a lot of rain, it's going to continue.
You said this was your 34th fire season here. Have you ever been maybe this worried about a fire season that is coming?
No. This is absolutely the worst.
So the big takeaways here, of course, is that we all have to do our part. Every single one of us needs to take it seriously because we all have a role to play. The vast majority of wildfires are human caused, as they are every year. Don't throw your cigarette butts out the window. Don't go shooting in dry grass. We have to be smart about campfires, incredibly smart, and of course follow those burn restrictions. The other thing that we can't control, of course, is the weather, and we desperately, desperately need rain.
Right.